Each week we bring you stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Robert, if you Google Shubham Banerjee's name, you won't find any pictures of him in a football uniform. That's because before he ever laced up his cleats when he was just 13, he created an invention that gave him national attention. On the field,
if you were like this,
he's Shubham Banerjee, the Santa Clara High School quarterback. Off the field, well, that's a longer story. It all started when Shubham was 12 years old. He had an idea for a science fair project.
We got a flyer at our house that said, help the donation for the blind, like a nonprofit. I was curious, how do blind people read? So I went to my parents to ask them how they read, and they said, go Google it. So I went ahead and Googled it. They read through a language called Braille, and I found out that Braille printers cost like $2,000 onwards. It's a lot. So I tried to, make something. It doesn't have to be a fully functioning, but something that works, like a Braille printer that was a lot cheaper.
Just a 12-year-old trying to solve a problem. Shubham created the first affordable Braille printer.
This is what drives everything.
Made almost entirely of Legos.
When it really worked, I said, oh, damn, this is working. Then he went to the science fair, got his awards again, and then it blew up from there.
Shubham went around the world, meeting with celebrities and appearing on talk shows, all before the end of middle school.
Just made everything work together perfectly.
The 8th grade summer, I was working with Intel, and we made a second version, which wasn't made out of Legos. It was a real metal printer, and we used their new chip called Edison, and we made a fully functioning, fast Braille printer that was a lot less than $2,000, and it was $300.
Now Shubham owns his own company, Brago Labs. Well, he's not old enough to own his own company, so it's under his mom's name. But its mission, to make affordable printers for the visually impaired.
I wasn't thinking about myself, and the money didn't matter to me, the fame, nothing mattered. All that mattered is that we're gonna make this printer and we're gonna make it happen, and we're gonna give these to the people who really need it.
Around that same time, in 8th grade, Shubham was watching a 49er football game on TV, his first time ever watching the sport. And just like the idea for his printer, his curiosity and imagination ran away with him.
I was really interested in how that quarterback, he's just leading the team and he's throwing the ball. It looked so cool to me, and I just wanted to be that kind of guy. And so freshman year, I tried, I wanted to play football.
He's I want to know everything about everything. That's just kind of how all his brain works. You can't tell him just go do this. He has to know why he's doing it, how he's doing it, and what everybody else is doing.
He makes that joke whenever I make my wrong read. He says, do you want me to put it in code for you?
He converts it over into code in his head, and how well he learns it, I have no idea, but he learns it.
Now at the age of 16, Shubham says he has no trouble devoting his time to his company while dedicating the rest of his life to just being a teenager.
When it's time for the company, it's time for the company. I just put my time into it, and then other things too. I have to study, get my grades up, football, go to practice every day, and it just all balances out.
He already has almost 4 patents in his name as well being filed, and at the same time, he's having a social life and the athletic life, which is totally complementing what he is doing.
Tech, football. Shubham says he can't have one without the other.
Being on a computer, coding, that's a totally different thing. That's by yourself. But when you're with your brothers, it's just blood, sweat, and tears. That's all that happens, and it's just a whole different feeling.
On the field, it's Shubham Banerjee, the quarterback. Off the field, it's Shubham, the inventor, the engineer, the bright teenager with an even brighter future. Shubham is one of the most humble kids I've ever met, and I know you saw that picture with him and Queen Latifah, but he's using his brains and intellect to help the blind, so you just kind of have to admire that modesty.
Yeah, very well done. He's doing things that people twice his age aren't able to do, even in that field, so it's awesome.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.